Hey everyone, it's 𝐂𝐏𝐬𝐀, and today I'm going to give you one of the best kept secrets in enterprise sales. If you sell to public companies or large enterprises, listen up. I'm going to just unleash some gold on you for the next 10 minutes or so. There's a document I recently discovered that contains a company's strategic objectives, top priorities, a list of their top executives, and outlines exactly how they get paid and bonused and what they're metriced on. And the way you're going to use this is you're going to map what you sell to what a company cares about or to how they get paid at the executive level and use that to prospect and develop a point of view. So what I'm going to do right now is walk you through exactly where to find this document, what to look for, and how to use it. Okay, so the first step is to go to this website and find it's called the Edgar database. Okay, and the Edgar database is an SEC.gov/search filings. And you're going to go into, or you can just Google Edgar database, and this website's going to come up, and you're going to do a company search. This is for public companies only. And I'm going to give you an example of a company I used to manage. I'll use this company because it is public. They were purchased by Microsoft, and I managed it when I was at Salesforce. And all I'm going to show you is public information. So it's called Activision Blizzard. Okay, so you're going to search Activision Blizzard, and then you're going to go into keywords, and you're going to search Def 14A. You're going to search for text in the documents, and you'll see this Def 14A proxy statement comes up first. Now, again, they got bought by Microsoft, so it's from 2022, their most recent document, but that actually is good because they ended up getting bought, and it maps to this. So you're going to pull out this document, and it's going to give you everything you need for their shareholder statement. Again, it's called the proxy statement is what you're looking for. And within this document, you can actually search for what's called C, D, and A, and you can go right to it. The section we're looking for is called compensation discussion and analytics. Okay. Every public document and every Def 14 has this section. This is where the gold is buried. So here is what you're looking for. The first is just the list of their top executives. So you see their names and who they are. So I used to sell Salesforce. I would be going after typically a COO is who I would target, okay? Or maybe the CEO, depending on what I was selling. So Daniel is who I'm looking for. And a couple other things that you want to look for in this document. Number one, you can see it outlines their strategic goals, their corporate strategy, right? It outlines how they're paid, how they're bonused, the elements of the compensation plan. I mean, literally, it looks too good to be true. I wish I knew about this when I was at Salesforce. I would have been living here, but you guys get the benefit now because my clients are sharing this stuff with me, right? So here's what we're going to go first. We're going to look at, the corporate strategy. And you can see it's mapping exactly to what they're based on. So the long-term performance continues to be enabled by franchise strategy, which is focused on a few things: expanding reach, right? Creating a new audience, driving engagement, and player investment for the full own franchises as we execute against the key strategic initiatives. So for me, when I'm reading this at Salesforce, I'm thinking Marketing Cloud, expanding reach, building new audiences, engagement. I'm thinking, Service Cloud in Community and in Slack. Player investment. I'm thinking cross-sell and upsell and Sales Cloud. I'm already thinking about how we can help them, right, with these areas, right? So again, they're talking about mobile leadership, mobile capabilities, franchise development teams. They're laying out the corporate strategies, and I'll show you in a minute how I'm going to map to that with point of view, but I just want to first show you what you're looking for. So this is the corporate strategy, is what they're trying to do, which is expand reach, drive engagement, sell more, cross-sell and upsell inside of the games, selling, things like skins or add-ons for the players. And it maps out their revenue, the revenue growth, their operating income, right? So that's kind of like the key things you want to know to be versed in corporations and how they make money. So that's the first area, is the corporate strategy. The second thing you want to look for is you want to look for the compensation metrics of how they're paid, right? So I'm not going to go through all these things, but ultimately you're looking for what is comprised of their bonus. And if you keep scrolling down, I'll see a section over here where specifically they're going to look through how their bonus is right here. So the corporate annual incentive plan and their bonuses, right? So I'm looking to see how they get paid, and I can see for their bonus, 80% of it is their financial performance score and 20% is their individual strategic objectives. So mostly they're paid on a few key areas. Within that 80% performance score, right? If I look a little bit closer, like I'm talking about, again, things that fundamentally, I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. They're based on operating income is 48% of the 80, earnings per share is 16%, and free cash flow is 16%. So if I can help them reduce costs and increase profitability, that helps directly with operating income. So any type of software that's going to reduce labor cost or reduce manual processes or make things more efficient, I know that a big chunk of their bonus is tied to operating income, and I'm going to lean on cost reduction if possible. Free cash flow, anything that can help them collect money faster, right? And accelerate cash flow. If I can help in that area, if I'm selling financial products that can help with cash flow, definitely want to lean into that, right? So that's how you use that section. And then the third thing you're kind of looking for is you can actually see the executive compensation and the executive bonuses and how they're paid in their strategic objectives for each person. So you can see strategic objectives here around ESG initiatives for them, around diversity and inclusion, some D&I stuff for all their people, right? That's absolutely huge. So you can look at the individual strategic objectives that make up the 20% there. And then you could see things like let's see if there's any more in here that's relevant. You could see how they're paid and what they've been making, right? So I can see he got a huge payout that's probably tied to the Microsoft acquisition, and then a lot less the following year, whereas the CFO made 13 million, right? 18 million with Daniel. So you can kind of see the history across, multiple years if they've had someone here. So like the CFO went from 9 to 12 and then he left. That's relevant information. Looks like there's a new CFO coming in who made 13, right? I can see the COO, what he's compensated and how he's compensated with these areas. So again, the purpose of this is so you know what they're focused on and what they're compensated on, and you can map to it. Now, what I did at Activision Blizzard was a little more manual, but I still did the whole idea, and I'm going to show you an example of how you can map to it with a real simple example. Again, they've been acquired already. They're not a private company. Nothing's confidential. They're owned by Microsoft, which is a competitor of Salesforce. So obviously they're not buying Salesforce because Microsoft and Salesforce have a tough relationship. So I have no problem showing you kind of how I would use this to build a point of view. But ultimately, what you want to do is you want to create some type of executive summary that maps, their specific goals to what you do. So again, their strategic objectives that I learned about in the Def 14A or in their 10K are grow fan base reach, expand reach, and deepen engagement, drive growth in emerging markets, mainly esports, merchandising, television, shift from traditional gaming to interactive entertainment, understand the fan profiles and obsess about experience, and cross-pollination of talent. And so what I'm doing is I'm saying, this is what's called linkage. I'm linking the objectives of the company to their corporate objectives. So an expanded partnership enables you to do 360-degree view of the fan to drive engagement, understand next best actions to drive loyalty and make recommendation and drive reach, immersive experience in and out of the game, and accelerating time to market, innovation, and delivery of epic tech across the enterprise. So there is a direct link between their objectives and the partnership with Salesforce. And I share that because that's the key to selling to CFOs, COOs, CEOs. And I would encourage you to read the Def 14A and create a document that's similar that links their corporate objectives to what you sell and how you sell it. Now, with that being said, it's really, really hard to get to executives and to create emails, to create a good message, to leverage your referrals, to get in the door. It's hard to get an audience. It's hard to make videos to be able to personalize your outreach and stand out. And that's why my coaching program exists. It's to teach you. You might know what to do, but knowing how to do it, how to get to executives, how to book meetings, and how to run those meetings effectively, right, is a whole different ballgame. So, I'm giving you this to add value, but if you need help with actually, running these executive meetings, booking the executive meetings, prospecting to executives, if you struggle with imposter syndrome and you have trouble feeling like, you know how to hold your own with executives because you're, maybe not qualified to talk to them, that's all the stuff I can coach you on. My team can coach you on. We do it every day. We coach so many million-dollar earners, the elite of the elite in tech sales. So if you've been doing this a long time and you're not getting to power, or you're not doing transformational deals, or you're not able to implement everything I tell you in my videos or my trainings, do yourself a favor and book a call with my team, and we can coach you and we can work with you, and you can actually have access to me to help you execute a lot of what I'm teaching. So you can book a call using this link right here. If you want more training on how to make $1 million in tech sales, I put together an hour-and-a-half training on the mindset, habits, and selling skills you need. Feel free to watch that as well. However I can support you, let me know. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.